A leadership change is underway for the Verona High School boys hockey team. Head coach Josh Beiser is not currently serving as head coach of the team. This after reports of inappropriate behavior involving students. WMTV's Shana Najawan joins us live from the newsroom. She's been looking at what the district is saying in emails sent to families and what happens next.
Yeah, the Verona Area School District says they received reports of inappropriate behavior by one or more students, and they took immediate action. District leaders say the allegations involve hurtful and hateful actions, language, and sentiments, but they did not detail what happened or how many students were involved. Practice was canceled the day it was reported to the district, that's on January 7th, followed by a mandatory meeting with players and coaches to, quote, reset expectations. Police say they interviewed those involved and determined the information did not rise to the level of criminal charges, referring the matter back to the school. In a statement, district officials said, quote, as we move forward, we have set clear expectations that athletics exists to build leadership, develop skills, promote teamwork, and engage students. Team behavior and culture must consistently reflect these expectations and align with the student code of conduct. End quote. The district said administrators will continue monitoring the program and encourages anyone with concerns to report them to a trusted adult. For now, reporting live in the newsroom, Shana Najawan, WMTV 15 News.
All right, Shana, thank you. The team is scheduled to play Tuesday night against University School of Milwaukee. We'll continue to follow this story and bring you the latest updates.